What's good everyone? My name is Dharm Shah and welcome back to another video. So today I want to share 3 major things that I implemented to drastically help my mental health. So let's just get right into it. The first thing that really helped my mental health was working out and going to the gym. I started gymming about 2 years ago or towards the end of 2019 when I was like 19 years old. I'm currently 22. And I didn't take it as seriously because I never saw the importance of, building your body and like really trying to become stronger and improving your physique, because I never really respected people with that body, and I was always dismissive, like, okay, you're working out, you're big, like who really cares, But then I realized, a lot of people care. When I started gymming more consistently and started to realize how good it felt, after you get a set out, after you're pumping some weight, lifting heavy weight, you just feel really good about yourself. You're like, hey, I'm able to do this. And I feel like the confidence that you build in your gym really translates to other aspects of your life. When I started gymming, I started to feel way more better about myself, my mental health improved, my social abilities improved, and I think as becoming a bigger person or becoming a stronger person, I started to respect myself more, and I felt that self-respect that I had for myself, other people started respecting me as well. And I think it's really true that in order to get something, you need to give it to yourself first. So I think if you want others to respect you, you have to respect yourself. And I think through gymming and getting bigger and getting stronger, I started to respect myself and I started to value myself more as an individual. Luckily, during the pandemic or quarantine, me and 3 other friends, we formed a tight-knit pod. And also my bros that started working out with me, I saw they had a lot of growth as well, All of us together started to get more confident and started to put ourselves out there. I think I definitely started to put myself out there once I started gymming and taking the gym seriously. The second thing that really helped was journaling. I started journaling for a very long time. I think I started journaling in senior year of high school. I always thought journaling is something that I wanted to get into, and I think I took it too seriously, wanted it to be too aesthetic, get nice journals, pen and paper. But then I realized in senior year, I was like, hey, I'm just gonna journal. And I'm just gonna write what I did every single day, and I would write 2 pages max. So I had this small journal. I actually have the journal right here, my senior year journal, and it's actually like pretty thick. So it's like filled in all the way, and there's like, I wrote in pink, and I didn't care about my handwriting. I didn't really try to make it aesthetic. I was just like, hey, I just want a journal, and it's really cool that I have this so I can read my senior year of high school any single time. But after high school, I realized that the physical paper wasn't, sustainable for me. So then I started to journal online, but never really took it seriously until I found Roam Research in 2021, thanks to Ali Abdaal. I mainly use Roam Research as my journal, and it was first more of a research thing that I used to write ideas on, but then it just started slowly becoming a diary or some sort of thought vomit. Any thoughts I had, I just chuck it in Roam, and that's what it has become, at least for the last 6 months. Any thoughts I have, I chuck it onto Roam, And I really enjoy Roam Research because it lets you categorize pages and you don't have to organize it in any single way. All you can do is start typing fresh page, with the date of the day that you're writing on it, and you can link the pages to other pages. And since I've been using it since March of 2021, I have a lot of links and a lot of information, so I can kind of read my entire life for the last year and a half or so. And I think journaling, it really got me aware of my tendencies and stuff that I did. And also after journaling, I also felt a lot better. I think once you get your thoughts down on paper or on the screen, it kind of leaves your mind, And I think our minds aren't meant for holding or storing that much information, let alone our thoughts. And I always felt I was a person who held a lot of thoughts. I always think a lot, so having Roam was really helpful for me to just have a place where I can store all my thoughts in and don't really have to worry about it being organized or it being lost, because it's on the internet, easily accessible. And I think it's helped me, what I like to call self-therapy, or basically me sitting down saying oh, I was triggered by this event. Why was I triggered? Was it because of past things? Was I right to be triggered? Stuff like that. And it also helped me see a lot of my tendencies and unlearn a lot of things. As much as it is important to learn new things, I think it is more important to unlearn negative programming or programming that is self-sabotaging. So one of the greatest things that I had to unlearn, which I think derives from imposter syndrome, was the fact that I believed that no one cared about me. It wasn't more in a negative sense. I just assumed that naturally any friendship I had or relationship I had would naturally fizzle out because I just assumed that I could not be cared for, which was something that I had to unlearn. And through journaling, I saw that tendency come up and up and realized, hey, like a lot of people care about me, my parents care about me, my friends care about me, and this is a negative belief that I was holding that was not serving me, you know? And so through journaling, I was able to witness that and realize, hey, this is wrong. I need to unlearn this, and I think I finally have. Also, another thing that I suggest that you put in your journal, something I call positive reinforcement. Anytime someone gave me a compliment or made me feel good or said something positive about me, so whenever I'm down or sad, I can easily access Roam, scroll up and see all the hundreds of positive experiences I've had with other people, compliments I've gotten over the year and a half. And I think that really helps me realize that, hey, people care about me, I'm a valuable person. The third major thing I did was cut out social media usage, more specifically TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat, Facebook. Basically, I don't really use any social media anymore. I got rid of Snapchat early in April I just didn't want to use the app anymore, and I kind of just wanted one kind of way to reach me at the time. So if you wanted to reach me, you could only text me, and it's still kind of like that, because I realized that, hey, if this person cares about you and if you're close friends, they will just reach out to you, and I feel like as more of an introverted person, I don't really value a big social network but I am seeing the importance of it, and I'm trying to be more social. But at the time I realized like, hey, I don't really enjoy using Snapchat, it's a distraction, it's kind of garbage, so deleted it. And then with Instagram, the explore page was always my bane. I would get sucked in, and it would just be horrible because like Instagram does, I was just seeing model after model after model. And it gets kind of tiring when you see all these hot models that you can't talk to or reach, because they're super successful, bunch of followers, who cares about me? I'm just some random guy. So I think seeing that was just kind of discouraging, not discouraging in a sense where like, okay, cool, I'm just seeing these hot models through a glass, through my magic rock, So I think getting rid of that was really beneficial. Also, not only the models, was that I was seeing other successful people as well, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people that, were successful in their fields, and seeing their success. At first I thought, hey, it's inspiration, that's why I'm looking at this, but then I realized I was subconsciously comparing myself to them. And I think as people, we naturally compare ourselves to others, regardless if we think we don't do it or not. It's just subconsciously programmed into us. And if we're constantly seeing people that are better than us, doing more than us, it kind of feels, hey, we're not doing enough, And I think it also takes away from the gratitude of our own life, instead of looking around being, I'm appreciative for what I have. You're kind of saying, oh, I don't have this car, I don't have this. Also social media, especially Instagram and stuff like that, really hides the hard work and effort that these creators and entrepreneurs are actually putting in to get to where they are. Because social media, you just see the highlights, you just see the good stuff. You're not really able to see, the hard work and effort that it takes to really get there. Because there's no such thing as overnight successes. There's only hard work and doing the ordinary for a long time, which makes it extraordinary. I think Mark Manson said that. I think I butchered that quote. My apologies for that. But I think cutting out Instagram, it was really beneficial, me not having that app anymore, and it saves a lot of time from, to focus on things that I actually care about. And TikTok, so I actually vlogged on TikTok every single day for about like 6 months. And I thought that was really fun as a creative endeavor, but I realized that using TikTok is actually horrible for your brain. And I think once I deleted TikTok, I just felt so much better. I think when you're spamming all those short form videos, getting all that dopamine, that instant gratification, I think it's really having a negative effect on your mind without you really knowing. And then it just messes up your attention span completely, man. Like, I remember I would just be sitting, couldn't focus, thoughts on thoughts on thoughts. And I think because when you're seeing TikTok, you're just scrolling, and then you don't even realize that like time is going by. I would spend like an hour, sometimes 2 hours a day on TikTok, and it's like you don't even know it's going by. And with TikTok, I think it operates somewhat like a slot machine where you're just scrolling. Sometimes you see something good, sometimes you see something bad, and I think that variation keeps you addicted to the app because you never know, hey, I might see something good, and you keep scrolling and scrolling, and then nothing's satisfying. And then you get to real life where you can't just keep scrolling away reality, and it hits you like, hey, I can't change, you just kind of get sad. And I think TikTok, being a young guy, I used to get a lot of like TikTok thoughts on my TikTok. Even though I kept hitting not interested, they would always just spam that stuff, and a lot of stuff about software engineering and CS and LinkedIn and all that stuff that I don't really need. you know. And I did follow really successful entrepreneurs and stuff like that, and people who inspired me who are not always the top dogs. But I was like, hey, I first looked at them for inspiration, but back what I said about Instagram, I think I started comparing myself and I started seeing them live their lives, and I was not living my life, you know. The more you watch someone else, you're just, you know, helping their business out, you know. We do live in an attention economy, and wherever you put your attention to, you're helping them. And obviously, I think we need to give out and help people, and also there's content, inspirational content that you can watch and I watch as well. But I think it's more so of the importance of also focusing on your life, because the more time you spend on the more time you spend on TikTok and these apps, you're just wasting your life away, you know, messing up your attention span. And I think it prevents you from finding real valuable knowledge and social connection and actually talking to people next to you, you know, instead of staring at your phone, or actually reading a book, which has really helped. So I think getting rid of TikTok and social media in general has been really beneficial to my mental health. But yeah, in order to conclude that, the three major things that I started to implement to help my mental health was gymming, journaling, and, you know, getting off social media. So let me know if you implement any of the three things. Please write a comment below. Please like and share and subscribe. You know, it really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Dude, that was like